Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. Sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. Today we are talking Cam Newton, y'all. We are talking Cam Newton, and we are talking about his interview with K.MICHELLE. It is like 2.5 hours, you guys. It's a lot going on. So, a lot at the beginning. So, I'm still trying to get through it. Because it started off of K.MICHELLE talking about her life, how she ended up going to FAMU, how she got the yodeling scholarship, how she was Miss FAMU, how she had a baby, and how she still made it work to graduate college and pay for college and all of the things, y'all. Talked about how, she met her ex that was a boxer, how the father of her child that she had in college was the dean of a fraternity. And their program was being suspended. They got in trouble for hazing. And she was worried that he was going to go to jail and everything else. And that's why she didn't marry him. And she said that she had been proposed to, about 3 times, right? And so then she was about to get into a relationship with her boxer. But then the interview shifted, you guys. The interview shifted because K.MICHELLE's interviewing Cam Newton. K.MICHELLE is interviewing Cam Newton about his personal life. And I want to talk about it. K.MICHELLE is asking for the black community, specifically the black men, to step up, to be an example, to get back to the black family, you guys. And to stop creating broken homes and broken families. And K.MICHELLE is even crying. She's talking about how that's why she has 3 engagements, because nobody's like her grandfather. Her grandfather's like her best friend and raised 9 kids on his own and all of this and all that. And her grandmother passed away before she could get to know her. So she asked questions about Cam's, situation, right? And she kind of has it backwards because she thinks that who Cam is with now, Jazz, she said that you left your ex for a stripper. And Cam was like, no, it's not, it's the other way around. Kia was the stripper. And I was like, what is going on? What is happening? What is happening? Stop the interview, cut off the cameras, you guys. So he is talking about the relationship dynamics of each of the different women and how at one point he thought each woman was the one. He also talked about the fact how Loriana and Jazzy have met each other in person without him, but Kia does not meet with Jazzy. They do not have a relationship or whatever else. Also, essentially, Cam confirms that, because there was rumors that him and Kia, there was some stuff going on, towards the end of their relationship or whatever, but basically said that she was still living with Cam during the pandemic and that they were trying to work on their relationship is kind of what Cam was inferring. And Cam is saying he wanted it to work, but Kia told Cam that she has to get back to her daughter, and so it was confusing Cam and everything else. And so I don't know. I'm a little bit confused. I feel like we need a flow chart, because I'm pretty sure him and Loriana were hot and heavy at this point in time, Loriana. But none of... does that mean all the women were there? Because I could have sworn you were with Loriana around the time during the pandemic. What are we doing? What are we doing? So he talks about how he met Jazzy during the pandemic. So you're trying to work things out with Kia. Allegedly, you're messing with Loriana around this time, and then you meet Jazzy during the pandemic. And then he keeps mentioning how Jazzy has said on multiple occasions, especially at the beginning when they were dating, I feel so sorry for Kia. the first woman that Cam Newton has 4 kids with, y'all. And I'm just confused. I'm just confused with what's going on. Is this a love letter to Kia? Is this I am sorry 2004 for Kia, 2024 for Kia? Like what is happening? And so he essentially, talked about Kia's past as a stripper. He talked about how, he wants to protect her. He got the confirmation from Kia that it was okay for him to talk about her being a stripper. Says that he has been a rebel in his family and everything else. Doesn't do things, likes to, see things outside the lines or whatever else. And talks about his family, his upbringing, his parents, and everything else. How they're still married all these years, and so on and so forth. I don't understand how Jazzy, after seeing this interview, and it sucks for her because she's pregnant right now with the second kid. And she goes on like these blocking sprees where people are dragging her all the time. Like, you're not living what you preach. You're saying the opposite of this and that. And it's a hot mess. So K.MICHELLE kept it a buck with Cam Newton about the fact that women do not like him, because I guess Cam confirmed that there was some type of survey or some type of analytics that his team ran on, how people feel about Cam Newton and how a lot of women don't like him and that he really has lost the female fan base. And so K.MICHELLE was like, listen, looky here. I told some people I was doing an interview with you, and they talked about how much they can't stand you, that you just create broken homes, and all of this and all of that. And they felt that they didn't like his views on certain topics and all of this. And then she asked if Jazz's feelings are if she's ever upset and everything else. And he said, yes, she gets upset. And I think Jazz is going through it, y'all. I think she is going through it. Jazz told Cam Newton, why is he telling all of this, by the way? Cam sees this as him being transparent. I think this is alarm bells. Jazz told Cam that she feels like a piñata. And that her interviews basically set her up to be dragged by the public. And this one is no different, by the way, Cam Newton. What the welly? What the welly-ante? He says that, it's weird he keeps referring back to Kia, you guys. He wants to emphasize they have a good relationship. He wants to emphasize the importance that he needs her in his life and all of this and all of that. And I think that if Kia called Cam right now and said, let's try to work on this, let's get back together, I think Cam would go. Because my interpretation of this interview, that K.MICHELLE turned into an interview with Cam Newton, about Cam Newton, and about this situation, this thing that he's got going on with these women. And, I would feel like this is a slap in the face. I would absolutely, if I was Cam Newton's, current boo thing, current girlfriend, whatever, I would feel like this is a slap in the face. And then there was a part 2 in the interview where Cam, because I don't know if this is a thing with him and different women, but he was like, if you ask me, after what I've learned now about dealing with the person I'm in a significant, who's my significant other now, and, if I just, if she had asked me, would I sleep with you? So I'm interpreting this as him meaning if he would sleep with K.MICHELLE, right? And he'd be like, oh, yeah. And then he said, now that I have to consider my significant other's feelings, now if I was asked, would I hit? I'd be like, what? Cam, stop it. Stop it now, right? And because the beginning, I think, goes on and on about them going back and forth. I haven't seen this part, if it's going to be in the interview or not, about K.MICHELLE's cooking and whether or not they're going to have a cook-off for real. But K.MICHELLE was talking about how it's different with her working with country music artists and producers, because most of them are married with kids or whatever and have families, and they want you to be done recording by 5 or 6 o'clock in Nashville so that they can go to home to their families. And they said it's frowned upon if you're a man out there and you are not married and you are not, you know, providing for a family and this and that. And she said when she is making R&B music and she's in Atlanta working with different producers and writers and things, you could be up all hours of the night. It could be, you know, whenever. There's no set schedule of how long we're going to be producing this record or how long we're going to be producing this album and all of this and all of that, y'all. Like it is crazy to me. It is crazy to me, you guys. Like, I am hoping, like I'm still trying to listen to this because I'm hoping we can get back to K.MICHELLE and her career and what she's got going on. But there is like a whole segment where the interview just completely shifted into K.MICHELLE interviewing Cam Newton about his messy personal life. And I just don't know where we go from here. I do not know where we go from here. But essentially, again, loving all, like basically said, I love Kia. Not that I have love for her or I love her because she is the mother of my first 4 kids or ever. No, I love Kia. No. What is happening? What is happening, y'all? I'm telling you. My takeaway is Cam is upset that Kia was done with him for good, is what it sounds like. But she was not about to be putting up with all this foolishness at this point. So yeah, I'm probably going to come back with another part because it's, like I said, it's a very long interview. But this is my initial takeaway. We shifted the focus from K.MICHELLE and her life and how she came to be and how she became a star to this messiness with Cam Newton in his personal life, y'all. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.